watch 'em all. Pokemonth.
Pokemon the Movie 2000, The Power of One. Our movie starts off with the capture of Moltres by our villain of this film, whose name is never mentioned. Okay, his name is Lawrence III, but I had to look that up on the Bulbapedia page. Meanwhile, Ash and friends are traveling the Orange Islands when they get caught up in a storm and land on an island that's celebrating a festival. There they meet the character Melody, who becomes kind of a fun love rival with Misty and for Ash's affections, but honestly I think Melody is just messing with them. Besides, Ash will have a lot more interesting love relationships in these later films. Anyways, the island inhabitants have this tradition where tourists get to portray the role of the Chosen One and get to travel to the islands of Ice, Fire, and Lightning, collect the orbs, bring them to the Origin Island, and then celebrate with the whole festival. Little do they know that the legends are true, and Lawrence III is causing a disruption between the balance of fire, ice, and lightning, and may awaken a sleeping behemoth beneath the waves. Will Ash and friends be able to save the world once again? Or will this collector complete his collection at the cost of humanity and Pokemon alike? Now, I know a lot of people really love this film, but I gotta say it's one of the weaker of the films in my opinion. It's basically your chosen one and saving the world narrative that we see in a lot of other films, some in the Pokemon films as well. This is also when the CG starts to become a little bit more apparent. Not that it wasn't in the past film, but it really sticks out, especially that goofy flying fortress that the baddie has. This, along with the first movie, of course, starts the trend that almost every legendary in every Pokemon film, regardless if they are a psychic type or not, are able to talk. Though it does make sense that both Lugia and Slowking can talk, since they are both psychic types. Though, how come Slowking is able to talk like normal and not through telepathy like Lugia does? Oh well. Now, I don't want to bring up the Japanese versions of these films too often, but I do want to point out that they really messed up Tracy's character. In one scene, when they were escaping Lawrence's battleship, Tracy points out that the elements of electricity and the fire would cause an explosion in the room that would release Moltres. For some reason, they cut this out of the film, I guess maybe for timing purposes? I don't really know. But that one time that Tracy can actually shine and show off his intelligence, and they just toss it aside in preference to just more action. And you wonder why people hate Tracy so much, besides the fact that he replaced Brock. But Brock's gonna be replaced later in the films anyway, so. I do want to say, though, that this is possibly one of Team Rocket's best films. They not only have a pretty big presence in the film, but they actually contribute to the plot and help out our heroes. Unlike a lot of these films where they're just basically cameos and don't really do anything but get in the way or get blasted off again. The message is that one person can make all the difference. As the great Herman Cain once said,
"Life can be a challenge. Life can seem impossible. It's never easy when there's so much on the line. But you and I can make a difference. There's a mission just for you and me. Just look inside and you will find just what you can do."
And of course, I would be remiss, with all the Pokemon Go stuff happening throughout the year, that Zapdos, out of all three of the legendary trios, not only had the most screen time out of all three of them, but also had a semi-speaking role, making, of course, Team Instinct the more superior of the Pokemon Go community. Leave your hateful, Mystic, and Valor comments below, and I will see you tomorrow where we are going to revisit a legend.